Child, it's been a while since I've been on here. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another freaking video. Hi.
I'm on a whole nother level. These bitches is out of their league. These bitches ain't batting like me. You bitches ain't better than me. These bitches don't count on these bitches can't count. I am not the one, two or the three. You bitches look up to me. You said you look up to her, but really you look up to me. I can't be playing with niggas. I'm married to G.
What's going on, you guys? I know I have been missing for way too long. I am so sorry. If you guys didn't know, I ended up breaking my brand new DJI camera. You guys know I was so excited. It really did help me like get my motivation back for doing content, and I actually kind of felt myself being consistent, and then boom, it freaking broke. But we are back with another video, and today we are going to be getting messy. We finna get a little crazy, and I'm gonna let y'all be hella motherfucking nosy. Now, you guys are always asking me so many questions when I'm on TikTok live, in my DMs, in my YouTube comments, in my TikTok comments. You guys have seen thousands of videos about me, thousands of think pieces about me. So I just wanted to come on here and officially clear the air, really give my true raw answers. Y'all know I have no reason to lie to y'all, so I don't know why I would start now. And I just want to get to the bottom of some things, because there are so many rumors out here, and there are so many questions that a lot of people have about me, or like a lot of things that people think they know about me, and they really freaking don't, because they've never asked me. So I have my phone here, and we're going to get straight into the questions, because girl, you already know the Dior babes got messy. And you know we got a cocktail, because girl, I just know they finna get all in my damn business. So let's get into the first question that I was sent today. It's actually by a fellow Dior babe. I will not say her name because I am so disappointed in her. But her question says, is there someone you want to date but they are straight? What are you trying to call me? Do you not see me and respect me as a trans woman? Why would a man be gay if he's dating like a trans woman, but they're straight? I really feel like you're trying to be funny, and I don't even mean to call you out your name, girl, but like, I thought we was cool. I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide. No shade, I'm gonna let you slide, sister. Yeah, that question was kind of crazy. Next question, and actually a couple people asked me this question. They said, have you ever had sex with a female? If so, how many? It's getting hot in here. Anybody else get a I have had sex with 2 women in my adulthood and 1 girl when I was a teenager. I know y'all like, Kennedy, what? Ew, why, how, when? Girl, I'm not gonna lie. It's fun, but like, Next question says, am I still considering moving to Texas? I am not considering moving to Texas anymore. I am considering getting a property or like an apartment down there and renting it out on Airbnb, or like maybe even possibly getting a house out there and renting that out on Airbnb. But I do think Houston is a really, really, really good city. It's a fun little cute getaway. A lot of people are there, and I think that there's definitely a market for the Airbnb business. So that's definitely something that I'm interested in doing like the first quarter of next year for sure. Next question is, do Kennedy Dior own any Dior? Are you trying to be funny? Actually, I was a Dior way before I got my first Dior bag. So it really don't even matter. And my first Dior bag was from DHgate because I never cared. I love Dior so bad. I went vintage shopping specifically in New York, and I found the John motherfucking Galliano for Dior 2001 vintage clock it Dior Rasta bag, and I don't mind. But yes, I do own some Dior. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's the only Dior piece I own. The rest of the pieces are fake. Next question says, what's the craziest place that you've had sex? Why is y'all all in my business? Like, freaky deaky assholes. mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, outside, in the car, at the park. Like, I don't know. Next question says, what was your worst sex experience and how did you handle it? We're not gonna go dark. We're gonna keep it to consensual sex because anyways, there's this guy that I talked to. His name, well, his code name is security guard or SG. And he likes Big Mama. Like, he really wants Big Mama. So Big Mama was hungry one night. If y'all don't know who Big Mama is, I have a Big Mama, okay? That's what Big Mama is, okay? So he liked Big Mama. Big Mama was hungry. I'm like, okay, bitch, let's feed Big Mama, girl. Big Mama don't mind a good meal. So I'm like, okay, girl, like, let me go to your house. So I pull up at his house and he was a little bigger than I remember him being. And when I pulled up, he didn't have no shirt on. So I'm like, okay, bitch, he love his body. And then, girl, when he turned around and walked to his room, his ass crack was out. Like, he had on underwear, but his ass crack was out. So I'm like, you don't feel like, and I was just on the phone with my mama the other day. I'm like, mama, men don't be feeling that whiffed on their ass crack. And then my mama was like, do women be feeling that whiffed on their ass crack? And I'm like, damn, do be having their ass crack. Okay, back to the story. So I get in the room or whatever, girl. I always leave my panties on. I take my pants off and leave my panties on because I'm a lady. You know, like, I can't be fully naked around these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, his big ass get the going under the... Sister, I just got disgusted. He was clean. He didn't smell no kind of way, but Big Mama went from being hungry to being, like, stuffed with a 7-course meal. Like, Big Mama was not working. Big Mama was like, like, Big Mama was dead. Big Mama was nowhere to be found. And I'm like, Big Mama, like, girl, you kind of embarrassing me right now. But then I'm like, girl, this just not even your kind of set. Like, why would you even come pull up on this big nigga? Like, you was just bored. Like, you don't even do things like this, girl. Like, what the guidance? Really, no shade. I be doing shit for the plot. I mean, I don't know if it be worth it. But it be fun. Like, next question. Actually, one of my good Judies asked this question. The question says, why'd you and Babyface break up? I get this question so much. You guys ever hear me say it on live or hear me say it on my YouTube channel here? His code name is Disgusting or Little Dreads. Now, me and Little Dreads were really good when we first started messing around, but he was young. He is a mama's boy, and I think that I overlooked a lot of issues or red flags because I was just so hell-bent on the potential or my like perception of it versus like reality. Like, the reality of it is he's a mama's boy. The reality of it is he has a mother that feeds into his egotistical energy and vibes that he has. And like, she doesn't see any wrong with his doings, and like, he doesn't see anything wrong with his doings, and he was young and he wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too. And I was just overlooking a lot of things because I was just like, oh my God, like, we can be long term and we can do this and we can do that. But honestly, I should have never gotten involved with him. It should have just been as simple as us doing our content together like we originally started doing, and I should have left it at that. But I ended up catching feelings. I'm not ashamed of it or anything or embarrassed because it was definitely a learning relationship for me. You guys know I've only been in 2 relationships, like including that one. That was my second relationship ever with a guy. So, I mean, it was good experience to know what I do and do not want in my next partner and what I will and will not tolerate in my next partner. But yeah, we really broke up mainly because he moved back to New Jersey and he was with his mom. We were already like separating before the end. We would argue a lot. We would get into fights a lot. I would degrade him. He would talk shit about me. He would damage my stuff. I would throw away his stuff. It was just like super toxic relationship. Not something that I miss at all. Next question says, how did your family feel when you wanted to be a woman and you're beautiful? Thank you. To the second part of your question. Honestly, when I decided to transition into the trans woman that I am and I present myself as today, I had already gone through my coming out phase because I came out as gay years prior. Like, ever since I came out, I was always like super rebellious. Like, I did what I wanted to do in my job. I was like 15, 16 when I came out. Like 14, 15, 16, I started like wearing tight skinny jeans and I wanted makeup and I wanted to try wigs and I wanted to try nails, and I had my own job, so I was able to provide all of those things for myself, and I was super just explorative, and my mom wasn't really for all of that feminine shit, girl. So I had learned at a young age that like everybody's not gonna like what you're doing, but as long as you're happy, as long as you're smiling, as long as it's what you feel good in, it's what you feel comfortable in, that's like just always the mindset that I had going through it. So when I was 18 is when I started taking hormones, and I will say that that's probably like a harder come out than being gay, because I think that a lot of people knew that I was like, a lot of people in my family rather knew that I was like gay growing up, or I would be some kind of like just femme boy or femme queen or something like that. To see that come into fruition, it was just kind of like, okay, we already expected that. But then when I came out and I was like, oh, well, my name is Kennedy, you gotta call me Kennedy, and I go by she, her, and hers pronouns, and you gotta respect me as that. And if you don't see me as your niece instead of your nephew, then bitch, we ain't talking. And if you don't see me as your, you know, like your sister versus your brother, like bitch, it's nothing for us to talk about. I've never ever had an issue with my siblings. My siblings have always respected me, even like more than my mother has at some point. My siblings just, we just don't even, we don't even get down like that, bitch. Like, they respect me, I respect them, and it's just always been like that. But yeah, honestly, I was just super rebellious. I didn't really give a fuck. I was already grown and I had my own house and my own bills and my own money and my own job and stuff, so I didn't really need to depend on anyone's approval, or like I wasn't getting money from my aunties and my cousins and stuff, so I didn't really give a fuck what anybody had to say. And whenever you did come back around, then I would welcome you with open arms. How I would have been loved to be welcomed with open arms when the shoe was on the other foot. But yeah, I don't really think I had like a hard time coming out as being trans. I think the issue was getting them to address me as who I am today, and it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come overnight. You have to realize that you are basically taking a person that they've known for 15, 17, 18, 19 years, and you're completely changing it in their eyes. To me, I feel like I've always been this way. It's just like, okay, I'm grown now and I have a little bit more freedom. Ooh, this is a really good question. She said, what's something that you pretend you don't care about, but it still bothers you? Is people who don't reciprocate the same energy that I give out to them. I always say that, like, I don't give a fuck about the comments. The comments don't bother me. And I'm not saying that they necessarily do, but it truly does depend on where I am mentally that day, that I'm online looking at hundreds and thousands of fucking comments, negative comments about me, about my appearance, about my body, about my face, about my life, about where I lay my head at, about my friends, about my family. It does take a toll on me on some days. Some days I see it, I'm like, oh, well, fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. You know, I try to be hard and play it off, but some days it does bother me. Some days it does get to me, the fact that people feel so comfortable speaking on certain things on the internet, or addressing people a certain way on the internet, or just not even having enough respect for themselves to have enough respect for other people. And I mean, I kind of just brush it off and tell myself that, like, it comes with the territory. It doesn't have to, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to talk about that. It's gonna make me fucking cry. Okay. One of my friends, Navaj, passed away, and they asked me a question about it. Hold on, y'all. Alrighty, we are back and not crying. Thank God. Next question says, who's someone that you would happily kiss just for the drama? What would really shake the table up? I say Messy Much. Girl, I already know they on my live screen recording right now. They finna send it to him in 5 seconds. Girl, I'm finna get a text from him like, why would you say that? Next question says, do you think love or stability matters more in a relationship? That's a really good question. I think they both matter, but if we are putting one before the other, I would have to say love. I think that even if you are stable within your life or your partner is stable within his life or his career or her life and her career, I think that if you guys have a root of love and liking each other and being able to deal with each other mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, I think that, did I say spiritually already? I don't even know. But I think that love is for sure will carry you a lot further than just being stable. Next question says, what are your secret fantasies? I don't really have many secret fantasies. What I will tell you guys is something that I'm attracted to that a lot of people go away from, if you will. I love masculine men for one, but I love a man with some nice feet. Like, y'all ever seen a man and like his feet is just chopped? Like, bitch, they are dry. Bitch, his toes are black. Bitch, they crusty. Bitch, they rough. Bitch, they don't got no lotion on them. They always motherfucking ashy. Oh, I hate that so bad, girl. I like when a nigga take his socks off and his feet is soft and clean. And he went to the motherfucking nail salon and got them bitches scrubbed and rubbed. You know what I'm saying, bitch? That's how I like my man feet. And I might rub your feet. I might do a little bit something. And then another thing that I like that, bitch, I may get a little heat from this, but I like my man a little booty. Bitch, I don't even my booty. I like a little man groceries. Listen, if a man know how to shop at his groceries in Publix and Whole Foods, and you know he know how to go home and clean his groceries inside and out, even if he don't pick the hair off of the groceries, you know, like, it don't even matter. Like, girl, I don't mind a little man grocery trip, bitch. I'll go back there. I don't mind. Drop in the comment section, y'all. Is y'all touching y'all man groceries or y'all good? I ain't even. And girl, for all you bitches that got a man that just let the water run down them, girl, I won't want to do that shit on him neither. But for the men that know how to get up in between them motherfucking cheeks and scrub and rub, okay? Then we can talk about something. But bitch, you other niggas that just let the water run down your back, boo. That ass stink. I already know what to do. You ain't gotta convince me. Alrighty, now next question is thoughts on Dollhouse and would you ever go on it? Shout out to Dollhouse. I've only watched a couple episodes of Dollhouse. I really like it. I love that it's the first like show of its kind, like just truly spotlighting just mainly Black trans women and like how we can be trailblazers. I mean, people are gonna have their opinions on trans women whether we're on a show fighting or not. So I don't think that that's my dilemma. I just think that I wish the show focused on a little bit more than fighting. I think that there could have been a lot of sisterhood shown. I think that there could have been a lot of tips and tricks given on the first season of Dollhouse. And mind you, I'm a nobody, so don't take my opinion or don't take my word and run with it. But I definitely think that there just could have been a lot more group activities and just more something to just not even put us in a right spotlight, especially in today's time and age. Like, they already hate us, even the damn president does. So I didn't really want us to like be something that we're not, but I also didn't want it to just be so negatively impactful on the trans community. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. Next question on the list says, would you ever get a little ass shot or some bottom work done? If you know me, you know I've gotten ass shots before. After I get my breasts done at the end of the year, I will be going back for my second round of ass shots. And then I think I'm going to go back for a third round unless my second round looks good. Next question says, are you the drama or are they? Honestly, I would say I'm the drama. I don't mind taking that. I am very outspoken. I am very loud. I am very problematic. I do not always say the politically correct, socially correct, internetly correct thing at all, like ever. I can be a little bit more poised, have a little bit more couth, C-O-U-T-H, because you can't spell it either. I'm unapologetically me. You either like it or you love it or you hate it. And I learned at a very young age that like I'm not for everybody. Everybody isn't gonna like what I wear, what I like, what I do, what I say, how I do it, when I do it, why I do it the way that I do it. I just do me. I do what makes me happy. I do what I love doing. I do what makes me feel good and feel loved and feel poured into, and not too stretched thin or insecure or not confident or whatever the case may be. I just really do what I enjoy doing, and I don't know, like, bitch, I enjoy myself. I don't really give a fuck if I am the drama or they are. Next question says, do you think Disgusting or Little Dreads was too feminine for you? Disgusting was a cool person. He was definitely masculine and a man. He was a pretty boy, but to me, he was still a man. He still did manly things. He was still very masculine. He acted that way. He never acted feminine. Like, next question says, do you hold grudges? One of the most asked questions of the night is, have you had bottom surgery? Did you have the surgery or you still got, to answer y'all question, I've been very transparent about this before. I am a pre-op trans woman. I have never had any surgery at all, any. I do plan to have a surgery before the year is up though. And I want to live half of my life with it, half of my life without it. Okay, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? While y'all all in my damn panties, worry about what Big Mama is and what Big Mama ain't. She Big Mama. That's all you need to know. Next question says, you still think about that night with me? Next question, Tamika.
Next question, Tamika.
Next question says, when Barbie Palace come back, is she back for good? All I have to say to that question is November 7th, 2025. 11:07. 11:07. Stay tuned. There you go. Next question says, when you first moved out on your own and got your first apartment, were you nervous? Absolutely. I was super nervous. I was nervous if I was gonna have enough money to pay rent. Like, when you move out, you really realize, like, girl, you gotta pay for everything. Like, girl, you don't just get your apartment and it come with like soap and paper towels and tissue and cleaning supplies. Like, you literally have to buy everything. Seasonings are like $7 a piece. Like, I was just more so worried about, will I be able to get it and keep it and afford it? And you guys know I moved out when I was 17. I was paying my own rent at 17 years old. So that to me was just so mind-boggling. But I was making the money, I was managing it properly, and I was able to keep up and pay my bills. A lot of people always ask me what are some tips and tricks for them if they want to get their first apartment. I always say save up at least like 3 or 4 months worth of rent. I know you're like, Kennedy, how do I do that? You're literally just gonna have to stop spending and save every penny, quarter, dime, and nickel that you can find. Because with that, you like account for, okay, it cost me this much to get approved for the apartment or get into the apartment. And then it cost me $150 for to get my lights turned on. And then I get in an apartment, bitch, I don't have a bed, I don't have a couch, I don't have a rug, I don't have no food. So bitch, I gotta spend $150 to $200 and fill up my refrigerator. Then I gotta spend $150 to $200 getting toiletries and tissue and soap. And so I just really always say, like, whatever you think that you need, the amount that you think you need, always double or triple it. You should be good. Next question says, would you ever consider getting FFS? A lot of people always ask me this on live. If you guys are unfamiliar with what FFS is facial feminization surgery. It's basically when they go in and knock every single part of your face up to feminize the look of it. They go in, they do your jawline, they do your cheeks, they give you a new nose. Some trans women have a very boxy hairline, so they go in and they do a hair transplant. They take hair from either the middle or the back of your head and they give you like a forehead lift, so they snatch it back, but they are drastically just really redoing your hairline. Some people get brows shaved down, they can get nose, tracheal, like all of the things. Personally, I would never ever get my face knocked up like that, because for one, it takes 6 months to a year to heal, And for two, you just never know what you would look like until a year after you've been on the table. And something about that is just so scary to me. I think my face now is like workable, it's doable, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really need too much. I definitely want to look into facial balancing, which is basically just fillers in my face. And you guys know the fillers dissolve after a certain amount of time anyway, so it's not like something super permanent or like that I have to be stuck with for the rest of my life. But definitely would never get FFS. Next question says, did you decide to put your move on hold to reopen BP? I love you, by the way. I love you too. And yes, 11/07, November 7th, 2025. Make sure you guys are tuned in because, bitch, you don't want to miss this. That's all I gotta say. Next question says, when you gonna stop playing with a real nigga? The person who's asking me this question, you guys, is SG Security Guard. If y'all remember the story that I just told y'all about him. Next question, which is a question a lot of people have and a lot of people ask me, and it's literally almost a year later, and it's so crazy that I'm still getting questioned about my 23rd birthday party. But the question states, do you ever regret your reaction to what happened at your birthday party? And my answer still remains the same as it did 11 months ago. No. I don't regret anything. I don't regret my reaction. I don't regret my response. I have boundaries and nobody in my life will ever be able to cross those boundaries. After the case, did I have to do all of that? No, I didn't, but I'm young and I'm still learning, and I felt like everybody was just coming for me, so I had to defend myself and say anything to make me look like I wasn't as hurt as I was in that moment, because it really felt like a humiliation ritual. Like, it was one thing for it to happen in front of my most loved friends and family, but it was another thing for it to happen in front of thousands of people. And then it was another thing for it to be recorded and posted for hundreds and thousands of people to view. And then it was another thing for thousands of people to also jump on the bandwagon and make videos about the situation. So whilst I was acting so hard and big and tough, that was probably one of the times in my adulthood that I was truly mentally challenged, and it was hard. It's just all I gotta say is it was hard. But I don't regret nothing. It made me the person I am today. Next question says, why do you think God didn't place us trans people in bodies that we feel most aligned with? Ooh, that is a really good question. I hate talking about like spiritual things and stuff like that. My response to this question would be, actually, I don't have a response, because I could just imagine right now people screen recording me and clipping this saying that Kennedy Dior is so delusional because this is why she thinks God didn't place her in a woman's body when the bitch want to be a woman so bad, but she'd never be a woman. I don't know. That's my answer, girl. Next question says, what are you most proud of accomplishing and what are you still hoping to accomplish? I am most proud of accomplishing everything that I did with Barbie Palace. I always would tell you guys, I never expected things to go as far as they did. I never expected things to be as good as they were. I never expected God to bless me with the abundance of funds that he continues to bless me with. So I definitely think that hitting over 13,000 orders, yeah, I would say Barbie Palace is probably my biggest accomplishment for sure. Something that I want to accomplish in the future would probably have to be school. If you guys know me, you guys know, or y'all probably don't know this because I don't really talk. I mean, I talked about it before, but it's not a secret. But basically, I dropped out of high school because I told you guys I was on my own when I turned 17. So after that, I ended up dropping out of high school to just pick up more hours at work so I could have more money for my bills and I wouldn't be fucking homeless on the street. My grandma always like hints at me going back to school or hints at me getting my GED or something like that. And I just never really cared for it because I've accomplished and gone through so much ever since then. And I just feel like it's not necessarily needed. especially at this big grown ass age of mine. But I also feel like that's kind of my pride talking a little bit. Like, I don't want to be the person who waited until they were 24 to go get their education. But it's also not like I'm a dumb person. Like, I was very smart. I paid attention in all my classes. Like, nothing was wrong with school. It's just I chose making money over going to school, and I don't regret that at all, because bitch, I would have just been a homeless, smart ass, educated, high school diploma having bitch. And I'm still smart and educated. I just don't have a high school diploma. But yeah, that's definitely something that I am very happy I accomplished, and then something that I want to accomplish too. Next question says, how do you stay so strong? I always talk about this on live sometimes, and it's basically just delusion. I think that if you are so delusional to a point where you wake up every single day and you don't account for the negative, you don't think about the negative, you are just thinking of the positives. What could go right today? What is going to go right today? How would I like my day to look for myself? Just being a little bit more intentional. I think that really, really helped me. But then also, like I said, that delusion kind of comes in when in the mornings you wake up and your hair's all messed up and you don't got no makeup and your breath stink and your teeth a little motherfucking yellow, bitch. You need to brush your teeth. You know, like, I think that it's kind of hard to be strong when you looking at yourself in that manner. And I think that's why I spend so much time and attention on skincare routines and pouring into myself and doing my hair and doing my makeup, because when you look good, you do feel good. And I think that just looking in the mirror when you see yourself like that and you don't feel as desirable as you once did, I think that just being delusional, just like, okay, like, bitch, I don't have the freshest breath, but bitch, I look good. Bitch, I'm alive. Bitch, I'm breathing. Bitch, I like your lace. Bitch, it's a little motherfucking cakey, but girl, bitch, it's still on. Like, your updo a little loose, but bitch, it's still kind of cute and updo-ish, girl. It's snatching your face back. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of truly trying to find the positive out of whatever your situation is throughout every day. And it's not going to always be easy. It's going to feel like you're forcing it sometimes. It's going to feel fake, but it's going to get to a point where you get so obsessed with yourself, so obsessed with pouring into yourself, that it'll just be like a natural thing that you always do. Being Delulu is the Celulu for real. Next question says, are you going to get into a relationship? You guys know, well, y'all probably don't know, I'm really a lover girl. I love being in love. I love having one person. I love pouring into one person and having them pour into me. I love having sex with one person and me being the only person that they have sex with as well, bitch. I think that at this age, and I think that at this time in my life, and with me being in Atlanta, I just don't think that it's something that is feasible for the moment. I'm not saying like I'm giving up on love, or I'm not saying like I will never find love, because I'm going to get married. I'm going to have a white picket fence. We're going to have children together. I'm going to have a husband. But I don't put so much, I wouldn't say effort, because I think that if that's something that you want, then you should always be actively working towards that. But I would say I don't put so much strain on that. My happiness isn't dependent on if I do or do not have a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm suffice with being alone, but I'm also know what I'm looking for, and I know what I want out of a man in my future. So I think that that's something that I always kind of work towards, and I never ever discredit love because of what one person did or how one person made me feel. Always looking for it, but not being thirsty for it is really the key. And that's what I'm on right now. Next question, Samika. What would Kennedy Dior tell the younger Kennedy when times get hard? I would just say be patient and be kind to yourself. I think it's so easy for us to be so mean to ourselves. And it's so easy for us to be hard on ourselves for not progressing in certain things that we thought that we would be progressing in by a certain age. Or just not doing something, or not being in the mental place or the financial place that you would have liked to be in. I think that just telling myself that, like, this sun on the other side of this rainbow, girl, you just gotta make it through all the colors, bitch. Like, you just gotta make your way around it. It's not gonna be easy. I just think that watching adults grow up when you're a child, you don't see all that they go through and all the struggles that they deal with. I think it's so easy to think of adulthood as just like just be more like lollygagging about it, more so than being like When I'm an adult, everything is on me. Like, it no longer falls on my parent, or it no longer falls on my other sibling. Like, everything is on me. The bills are on me, the mental is on me, the health is on me, the physical is on me, the spiritual is on me. Like, I'm not forced to go to church no more. Like, I think I was prepared for that. I always used to say, like, bitch, I just want to be grown. But I think I wanted to be prepared for it, but I was like, nothing could have prepared me for bitch adulthood. Like, adulthood is insane to me still to this day. I'm just like, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I wouldn't speak too negatively about it, because I'm still here and I still got another day to try again and get up and go harder and go faster and give a little bit more effort. So I'm just learning to appreciate the little things in life. Do you have any regrets about how you carried yourself online, fights, arguments, or etc.? I do not have any regrets, you guys. I truly am an open book. Everything that I've been through is either a testimony or it's my story. I'm not ashamed of anything. I don't regret anything. I wouldn't change anything. Everything that I have done up until today has made me the woman that I am. It's made me as kind as I am. It's made me as pure-hearted as I am. It's truly brought me to the person that I am today, and I'm just so grateful for that. I've been through hell. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go through a lot more hell, but it's nothing in my life that I ever truly just had, well, besides giving up Alex, but I talked about that in my last video. But I don't really have many regrets at all, for that matter. Next question is, can you tell us what happened with Moron? I talked about this in my last YouTube video. I'm not sure if you guys watched it. I was hypothetically speaking, but if you put 2 + 2, you will get 4, and you guys will get a gist of what happened. So if you haven't already, click up here, go watch my last YouTube video that I uploaded, giving you guys a life update. I wish her the best. I have no ill will against her, besides the fact that she spoke on my mother, and I still feel like I want to smack her in her fucking mouth for that. I'm just learning to give grace, and I'm just more peaceful with my life. Like, I don't really care to go further indulge on some things that happened 5, 6, 7 months ago. It's just not for me. I don't have, like I said, any ill will or bad vibes or energy towards the person. I don't think that we will ever rekindle anything. I think that if we were in the same room, we could absolutely be cordial, but I don't think that there would be any kind of rekindling or anything of the sorts, and I am so okay with that. When the relationship was good, it was great, and when it wasn't, I don't have to remember those times. Like, I'm choosing to remember the times when we were laughing and we were happy and we were pouring into each other and we were supportive of each other, and that's just how I want to remember that friendship. It was beautiful while it lasted. Let's just leave it at that. Alrighty, you guys, we gotta get into the end of the night, and the last question here says, how do you think it's going to feel when you're back on your own after not being for a while? I think that, like I said, I would be a lot more appreciative of the things that I have or had. Honestly, the only thing that would hurt me is like paying bills every month on the 1st. Like, I love alone time. Whilst I've loved being here with my siblings and being able to like mingle and rekindle with them and like be their big sister again, I don't care for it. And I love being in the same house as my mama. Like, I do love my mama. I love being with my mama, but like, can we hurry that date up, girls? So, like, that's how I feel, sister. Don't shade. All right, you guys, so that is the end of today's video. I had so much fun answering all y'all nosy, messy, and crazy ass questions. And if you guys have any more video ideas, be sure to drop them down below in the comment section. If you guys like this video and you want to see more content, more vlogs, more lifestyle, more beauty content from me, make sure you guys give this video a really big thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button, because did you really watch this far along and you're not subscribed to me? But I love you, Dior babes, so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!